Thanks for joining this chilly Sunday. Let's make sure, and if we don't have water with us, let's just make sure to drink a lot of water after practice today. We're going to be working with the 10 bodies. So I'm not going to walk us through kind of the details of all those 10 bodies, but what you can really bring into your awareness today is this physical form that we have is just one version of us. It's actually the densest version of us. So by the time we're experiencing something in the body, it's already moved through nine other different ways of being or bodies that make us who we are. So that's why we say sometimes when we go through intense periods of emotional reaction or the waves of just the challenges of life, when we eventually feel something in the body, it actually signals a breakdown in the higher bodies of who we are. So, breakdown doesn't mean anything judgmental. It just means there was a weakened spot here, and then it worked its way down to the densest level of who we are. So, the body is a really beautiful messenger in that way, saying it's kind of the canary in the coal mine of like, hey, something's not right. And when we experience unpleasant, we'll just say that symptoms, then it's always an opportunity to drop in and say, okay, what is this? What is this about? What message does this have for me? Versus simply like, oh, I tweaked my knee. Ow. Right? That's like the basis level. So I'll walk us through some of those 10 bodies as we're dropping in and moving and breathing, but that's where we're going today. So wherever you are, let's get comfy in our seats and just take a moment to really arrive here. Give us some deep breaths. Give us this time to bring our focus to this moment and just check in with your energy. Does it feel strong and solid and grounded? Does it feel scattered to the wind? Does it feel angsty and like there's dissonance within us? Just check in and let the breath keep moving through the body, through the lungs, filling up the belly, revealing what's going on the inside as we turn our eye inwards. One way to practice radical presence is to just start naming some emotions that are up for you right now. If we can name a thing, it brings us into our awareness. So let's rub our palms together, really meditating on this mantra. I bow to the creative wisdom. I bow to the divine teacher within. Pressing the palms together at the heart center, lifting the tall spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let the shoulders drop just a little deeper. This is a beautiful posture of humility. Humility before the forces of the universe that shape our lives, that co-create with us. It's that call to remind us that everything that's happening, we can choose to see it as purposeful. So we'll inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Big inhale, hold the breath at the top. Squeeze your root lock and exhale, lower the hands down. So for our opening meditation, we've done this before, may be new for some of us, but this is called the Breath of 10 meditation to become disease free. And it's one of my favorites, especially at this time of year where we're really wanting to give our immunity a little bit more of a boost. So it's going to actually also enhance our intuition and create that meditative mind with our rhythm, the natural rhythm we're creating with the breath and the movement. So I'll show you the movement first. We're going to bend the elbows and let them fall to the sides of the body. Palms are facing each other, right? And we're just going to raise the elbows up and then let them drop. And it's almost like you're bringing a clapping motion, but we don't bring the hands together. Good. So this breath of 10, every time we drop our elbows down, we're going to either inhale or exhale. So we're going to inhale in 5 parts through the nose, exhale in 5 parts out the mouth. So if 5 doesn't feel good, choose 4, choose whatever works for you, but it'll look something like this. All right. So we'll drop into our rhythm. We'll start together here. I'll guide us and then let us go. So you can move with the rhythm of the song or not. Also totally up to you. So we'll begin. Ready? Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale through the nose. Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Exhale, 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 exhale. Continue on your own. And this is all play. You're going to have to play with spacing out the breath appropriately so that you still have room at the top for that fifth one. And then space it out so that you're pressing all the air out by that fifth exhale. Keep going with your rhythm. Sat, kar, tar means truth does, truth creates. Truth is the doer. This opens our heart center, allows us to flow with that beautiful truth, acknowledging the creative's movements in all our situations, fostering faith, allowing the universe to manifest through you. We're also working with the lymph system, so we're just moving the waters of the body. Bring your diamond sharp awareness to that space between your palms as you're breathing and moving. Wherever you are, let's complete one more full round of breath of 10. And then pause when you're done. Again, focusing all of your attention on that space between your palms. Let the breath come back to normal. Sat kar ta, sat kar ta, sat kar ta. And take a big inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down, release that mudra. Excuse me. And nice and slowly, we'll make our way to standing. You can take your time here. If you want to stretch it out, if you want to come over onto all fours, whatever you want to do. Woo, this colder weather, everything feels a little tighter. Oh, all right. So when we come to standing, we're going to start with some light tapping. Really warm up the skin, warm up the body. So you can use gentle fists or cupped hands. Let's just start under the collarbones here, shoulders, chest. Start to move down that arm, getting both sides, the wrists, get that armpit. Good. And then moving to the other side. Breathing. We're calling all the blood up to the surface here. Tap, tap, tap. We're going to oxygenate it, circulate it. Get that armpit. And then start to move down the body, down the torso, belly, hips, groin, pelvis, thighs. Get that movement down the shins, tops of the feet, sides of the feet, back up the body, inner thigh, outer thigh, coming to your glutes. If you can, tap, tap, tap up the back as far as you can. Yeah. And then we'll use fingertips to tap up the back of the neck, tap up the back of the head, coming up to the crown, moving down the forehead, temples, brows, under the eyes, anywhere else on the face that feels good, your jaw, under the nose, your chin, down your neck. Good. And then here we're just going to do some bouncing, light bouncing. You can actually bounce or you can rise up on the toes, drop down on the heels, whatever feels good. Make any noises that want to come out. Breathe. Let the shoulders be heavy here. You want to do tapping with your bouncing, that's also great. Start to slow the bouncing, slow the tapping. And from here, we're going to sweep with the fingers from the crown down, down the body, down the face, down the shoulders and the arms. Sweep. Take some big deep breaths as you're sweeping down the back of the body, down the legs, out through the soles of the feet. Just sweep it down. And when you're done, inhale, rise, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, lower the arms down. Let's inhale, roll the shoulders up and down the back a few times. And then let's just come into our mountain pose here. Shine the palms forward, lift the heart. Feel yourself grounded through your feet. Good. And then we'll come to a wider stance and do our Qigong twist. Again, letting those arms just be really heavy. Big, long, deep inhales that really lengthen the spine. Send that breath all the way down to the root of the spine. See yourself both simultaneously stretching downwards and upwards on that inhale. Slow it down. Come back to center. I'm going to bring my feet a little bit closer together and we're going to raise the left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Oh, it doesn't matter. You can mirror me. Sorry, I'm confusing. Inhale one arm up, exhale the other. Left, right. Through the nose if possible. You can kind of dance if you want. Doesn't need to be strict. And switch. Inhale the other arm up, exhale the other one. Inhale both arms up. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold. Let the stomach and chest rest on top of your thighs. And let's sway side to side here. Shake the head out. And then come to center. Let's step both feet back into plank. And then lower the knees down, coming into your easy seat. Beautifully done. All right, so our Kriya for awakening the 10 bodies starts with a smaller Kriya called morning warm up. So this is a fiery one. So we're actually going to come to laying on our backs. I'm going to move my blanket. And I'm going to show you a few options. And I don't say this enough, but if you are menstruating, please, breath of fire, go very slow. Speaking for myself today. So we're going to extend our legs long. I'll show you the fullest expression and then I'll show you some different options. I'm going to place my hands under my sacrum to give my lower back some support. We're going to raise the shoulders and the head up, look down at the belly button, lift the feet about 6 inches off the ground, and we're going to do breath of fire here. If that doesn't feel good, you can lift one leg at a time. You do not need to lift the head and shoulders up off. They can rest on the mat. You can also keep the legs fully down on the mat and just lift the head and shoulders. All right, so you choose your expression. Get my timer here. We're going to take a full inhale, full exhale, half a breath in, breath of fire in your chosen posture. Through the nose, we're pumping the navel. So if you're looking down at your navel, you should see it moving up and down. Really press that lower back into the mat to protect it. If you can't, do that one leg at a time or keep the feet down. Big inhale, fill all the way up, hold the breath, and squeeze every muscle in the body. Squeeze, root lock. And on your time, long, slow exhale, relax back down to the mat. Take a big clearing breath through the nose. That'll wake you up in the morning. Let's bring our knees into our chest one at a time, nice and slow. Take a moment here. You can rock side to side, gripping your knees, giving our lower backs a little bit of love. You can do some circles. And then we're going to grip both knees with our palms, pull them into the body, lift the shoulders and head. Inhale, exhale, half a breath in, breath of fire here. It's really helpful to engage your root lock in this posture while we're breathing. Very good for strengthening the pelvic floor. And we're really pulling the knees into the chest. We really want to create compression on the digestive organs. Again, if this hurts your neck, go ahead and just lower your head back down to the mat. Inhale, hold the breath, root lock. Squeeze those knees into the chest. Exhale, extend the legs out, bring them back to the mat. Big clearing breath, let everything relax. Let's roll the head side to side on the mat. And then grip behind the thighs and roll along the spine a few times. One more. And roll up to seated. And now we're going to fold our fingertips in to the pads of our palms. We're going to bring our arms into that 60-degree V, plug those thumbs into the sky so our wrists are slightly tilted down. Inhale here, tall spine. Exhale, make sure the shoulders are dropped. Half a breath in, breath of fire. Moving at your pace, always. Pump that navel, continue with the breath. Visualize this lovely arc line moving from thumb to thumb, expanding, radiating. Big inhale, hold the breath, bring the thumbs to touch at the top. Extend the fingers, let them reach up, up, up. Root lock, third eye gaze. Hold as long as you can here. And when you're ready, long, slow exhale, slowly sweeping your fingers through your aura on the way down. These wands of light, bringing them to rest on the mat beside you. Big clearing breath. Exhale with a sigh. All right, let's extend our legs in opposite directions here, as wide as is comfortable. It's not really about the stretch. So we're going to inhale, arms up in the center. Exhale, turn and fold over one leg, reaching for those toes, but they don't need to touch the toes. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. And move with your breath here. Make that breath powerful. It doesn't need to be fast, but we want it to be full, full inhale, full exhale. One more to each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge forward into the middle, coming down onto either your forearms, or you can stretch your arms out in front of you. You can bring your bolster and let your head rest on that, whatever feels good. Long, deep breathing. The first of our 10 bodies is our light body or our soul body. It's the very essence of who you are. It's found in every single cell. Then the next three bodies are our negative mind that brings us discernment and protection. It doesn't mean bad. And then the next is our positive mind. That's our mind of possibility. And these relate to the different hemispheres of the brain. And then the fourth body is our neutral mind. That's that panoramic view of a situation, our unbiased observer. It's always seeking balance. On your next inhale, let's roll up the spine, bringing that head back to neutral. And we're going to make our way over onto our knees for rock pose. If that doesn't feel good, you can stay seated in a cross-legged position. I'm going to bring my blanket under my knees, and then I'm going to actually bring a bolster between my calves and my hamstrings and sit back on that. Oh, that feels much better. And from here, we'll do spinal flex. So we're going to leave our palms, hands, palms down on the thighs. We'll inhale, press the belly forward. Exhale, round it out. So we're really just rocking the pelvis back and forth. Chin and head stay level. Inhale, exhale. Again, the breath is powerful, but the movement is loose and easeful. So it's not these jerky, sharp movements. It's more of a flow. Inhale, center. Exhale, let it go. Put the palms up on your thighs, big clearing breath. Pause and notice. And let's come back to our easy seat. We're going to do our washing machine. So we're going to bend those elbows, drop the fingertips on the shoulders, or you can be up here in cactus arms, thumbs to the back, tall spine. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, twist right. Close those eyes down to prevent any dizziness. And then challenge yourself to bring that third eye gaze and hold it. Let this movement be more like a swing. Breath is powerful. Inhale, center, fill all the way up and hold. Squeeze that root lock. Third eye gaze. And exhale, lower the hands down, palms up on the knees. Clearing breath. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Pause and notice. All right, for this next one, we're going to come back into that posture. So for this one, we're going to raise the elbows almost so that the backs of the hands touch behind our neck. And if that doesn't feel good, they don't need to touch. And then lower them down again. So inhale up, exhale down. And try not to press the head too far forward. We really want to bring those hands behind the neck. Shoulders are burning. Keep it going. Take any breaks you need to. Inhale up, hold, fill the breath. Squeeze your root lock, press those hands together. Exhale, slowly lower them down. Pause. Let's shake the arms out a little bit. Do some swings. I'm gonna get some water. All right, so we're going to interlace our fingers. This is called Venus lock. If we're feeling our femininity today, we're going to have the left thumb over the right. If we're more in our masculine, let's cross the right over the left. Straighten the arms in front. We'll inhale, bring them to about, we don't need to be overhead here, but brow level. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower them down. Palms up on the knees. Let the breath come back to normal. This next one, we're going to inhale one shoulder up, exhale the other one up. So alternate shoulders. And you can just rest your palms on your knees here. Let your shoulders do the movement. We work so much with our physical body because when the body itself is in alignment, it allows all of our other nine bodies to be aligned as well. But if our body is out of balance, it sends ripples throughout these different layers. And drop both shoulders. Now we'll inhale the other shoulder up first. Exhale the other one. Our auric body is what extends up to 9 feet in diameter around us. It creates our charisma, our magnetism. It draws things to us that are meant for us and also allows what's not meant for us to fall away. This beautiful energetic boundary. Inhale both shoulders up to the ears and exhale, drop them. And we'll continue with that. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale down. Our pranic body is how we use our breath. This is our life force body. That's that Kundalini energy that's activated with the breath. Prana is that animating life force that brings us into being in our physical form and keeps us connected to the spiritual form. It's literally the bridge. The breath is the bridge between those spaces. With these last 20 seconds, maybe play with picking up your speed, almost like a breath of fire. Inhale the shoulders up, squeeze, and exhale, let it drop. Big clearing breath. And now we're going to do that washing machine, but just with turning the head. So we're going to inhale, turn the head to the left. Exhale, turn the head to the right. Let this be really easeful in your movement. Like you're shaking your head no, but we're letting that neck pivot with ease. We're not forcing anything. This is about allowance. Pause in the center. Inhale. Exhale. And now we'll switch it up. Inhale right. Exhale left. Breathing with that navel always. It relaxes on the inhale. It snaps back on the exhale. This is so good for the thyroid and parathyroid. All the lymph that moves down our neck, down the backs of our ears, behind our ears. Come to center, big inhale, full exhale. Let's drop the chin to the chest. On your next inhale, lift the chin, tilt it up, open through the throat. Exhale, chin back to chest. Do that again. Inhale, tilting the chin back. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll that left ear to left shoulder. Drop chin to chest. Roll the right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. Do a few more half moons here, side to side. And we'll come back to neutral. And however's best for you, we're going to close this out with coming to standing. Oh. So from here, you have some options. We're going to do 11 yogi squats. So the original form is we're going to bring the heels to touch. Toes are facing out at opposite corners. We're going to crouch down. Bring those heels are still touching, coming up on your toes. Fingertips are on the mat in front of you. And we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, drop the head. Exhale, come back to your squat. If that doesn't feel good, we're going to be here in kind of a football squat. Inhale, exhale. You do 11. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, come back. When you're done, you can come back to your mat and make your way to Shavasana. Take some clearing breaths as your heart rate drops back down to normal. Find your cozy posture as you're getting in that position. I'll just Walk through the last two bodies. The subtle body exists beyond time and space. That's the body that's with you when you're in absolute stillness. It travels across lifetimes with us. It's very spacious. It's very Vata if you're familiar with Ayurveda. This is our inner wisdom, the subtle body that always knows. And then the radiant body contains all the other bodies. It creates this seal. It's a clear projection of all of these fields. This is the I am, the complete picture of who you are. So fully relax into your rest. Relax your hips, relax your jaw, and let your breath be easy. And start to bring your awareness back to the breath, bringing small movements to fingers and toes, waking up the body, waking up all 10 bodies, feeling that wholeness, the allness of who you are. If you want to reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch, take any movement that feels good here. Oh, you can take a supine twist, roll to the side or roll along your spine. Ah, when you're ready, you can come to seated. We're going to close with the mantra for clearing our arc line. That's the last body. I said it was the other one, but we had one more. The arc line. It's for our meditation. So this is that halo that exists around us that we see in all the paintings of Mother Mary and Jesus. Everyone has one. So this mantra you can repeat after me. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Geo. Very simple. And the movement with it is we're going to bend those arms and create little cups out of our hands. And with each line of the mantra, we kind of scoop and toss it behind our shoulder. So we'll just drop in for a few minutes here. Waheguru, Wahegyo. And this is the mantra of victory. I love that. Hey Guru, Waheguru, Waheguru, Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. This will be our last round. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. And take an inhale, really hold that mantra in. Love wins. And that is our victory, even in some of the darkest moments, even as we approach the darkest day of the year. Love always wins. Let's bring our palms together at heart center. We'll close with one long sat nam. Let's inhale. Sa nam. You go in the truth of who you are today and every day. Sat nam. Lots of water.